welcome to the show. Plymouth Albion versus Sale FC and Wharfedale versus Bourneville are coming up, but we start with the big Nat 2 South bash in Bristol. Clifton are unstoppable right now, rising to the top of the pile with 8 straight wins. But it was the Station Road side that Henley Hawks beat by 1 dramatic point in September. I think they'll look to repeat to put pressure on the top 4. London climbs highest. Henley started best last week against Red Roof, and it's certainly the case here. Emery looks to take it round the side. Bradley brings it back to them, and now they're moving, Henley. Clifton really starting to struggle now. Here come the centres. The yellow machine is on the move, looking for the try line. Down they go. Ben Wood is happy. No stopping that. Henley have planned this, and it's come off to perfection. It's Babarinza, loanee from Rams. Looks for Alban. Advantage coming. Clifton's defence is aggressive, but illegal according to the referee, and that's another brilliant tackle from Owen. It's a huge push, but we are going to go back. High tackle. Monty Bradbury, the 18-year-old London Irish Academy star, swings, and he steps, and he scores. The Hawks continue to sink their talons into the Clifton defence. Harper takes it. That's really quick, and the momentum's starting to build. Desperate defending by Will Crow on the line, but is it legal?
He's not rolled on the floor. Clifton have presented the ball. Nine has played it on the floor with his hand to prevent them playing the ball. It's a yellow card. I ripped it.
Gwilym goes all the way over the top. There's Giltro. He's going, and he's gone. Immediate response from Clifton with the man advantage, and we're back to a 3-point gate. Nigel Dudding would have been urging composure and aggression from his side. And they've struggled at the starts of second halves recently against Hinckley and Red Roof. They won't do that here. Nell struggling to find a gap. Good defence, and it brings the penalty. Massive opportunity for Henley almost immediately after the restart. Bradbury. He wants 3 out of 3 here at Station Road. And he's going to get it. Henley back on course for another win against Clifton. Clifton have brought their big men on now, and they are up to this challenge. Spencer feeds it into the scrum there. Talbot has it at the back. A penalty's been awarded, but there's space. Brad Talbot's seen it. He's going to go for it. He jumps over the line. And that's the first try of the game for Clifton. They've huffed and they've puffed. And a 12th try of the season for Bradley Talbot could bring the house down. It's down to Luke Cousins. No mistake from the number 10. The league leaders lead. And they need to pull something pretty special out of the bag to win this one now. And that will not do it. Callum picks it up. Spencer. Now it comes to Powell. And now the Clifton backs have a chance to run. And boy, do they run. They scythe through the Henley defence. They're looking for more options, more support. Here comes Bradley Talbot. Has he done it? Yes, he has. What a win for Clifton all the way back. They were asked a big question today and they've responded with a 9th win in a row.
Would be a benchmark of where we are, and especially given when we lost them before, we went through a bit of a tough time with a few losses after that, and I think we've got those games coming up again, and this is the first one of that. So we said it would be tough, we knew it would be tough, and we just wanted to flip the tight result from last time they went their way to us. It might look small, but that is progress.
This is a run of form for Clifton that I don't think anyone's ever seen at this level for this club before. 9 in a row. What's that down to?
We're starting to gel as a team. We're probably 4 or 5 months into a season where the team now are starting to understand each other, play well together, and I think that's been underestimated how difficult the last 18 months has been, and we're starting to see that group really gel as a team, which is exciting.
In a big day at Brickfields, Plymouth Albion were looking to avoid a relegation battle, while Sale FC wanted to stay in the promotion race.
Sale certainly came down and showed their credentials as a third place team. Plymouth Albion met them with force right the way through. Fantastic fixture, great spectacle for the league. Disappointment right at the end for Plymouth. They soldiered through the first half against a strong wind, fought their way back in with a tight 7-3 lead. But unfortunately, Sale upped their game towards the end, got the important try to go 10-7 up. Plymouth had the run of the play in the last 5 minutes, but Sale clung on to a very narrow victory. 10-all was probably the right result, but the visitors will be certainly going back very pleased with the result they got.
Let's start our National 1 highlights at Volac Park, with a bout between heavyweights Cambridge and Cinderford.
In this clash, the punches came from the packs, Cinderford coming out on top in the first half as Will Baldwin capitalised on the space out wide. But Richie Williams' boys know how to come back with 4 tries, the last scored brilliantly by Joe Tarrant, enough for a run of just 1 loss in 13. At Peyton Field, Blackheath starman Jake Lloyd was giving the home fans something to worry about as the mid-table side came within 6 points. Caldy have built a strong reputation of final quarter performances this season, backing up their earlier 2 tries with a score from Callum Ridgway to stay in the chase. And eyes on the Wirral may have been on the rock as Darlington Modem Park went into the break against leaders Rosslyn Park 14-20 up thanks to Callum Mackenzie. There would be no upset though, as Kieran Power's side dominated physically after the restart, Henry Spencer grabbing the 4th for 8 out of 8 home wins. Park's previous victims, Taunton Titans, look set to bounce back from their 10-try mauling in sweeping style when the brilliant Jack Walsh fed Harry Tarling for a bonus point try. Bishop Stortford were clinging onto their coattails throughout, and 2 tries in the last 10 minutes, including this from Alex Raymond, meant a share of the spoils. Rams appeared to be returning to rugby with 3 consecutive wins as 4 tries crossed the line for them at the Sycamores before half-time, Connor Hayhow grabbing the bonus. It would be the comeback of the day for Leeds Tykes though, as Wasps loanee Alex Pleasance drew them level before Charlie Venables kicked for last-minute glory. And more drama at Kingsley Road. Chinner were in control after half an hour through Caelan Ryan and Jason Worrell's telepathic work, but problems were brewing in the pack, an area Birmingham Moseley targeted, rewarded with a last-minute penalty try and 5 points. It's now only 3 home wins from 9 for the hosts. A day for the comeback Kings. 5 of the 7 teams ahead at half-time went on to lose or draw. Tunbridge Juddians had a rest week. As the final third of the season approaches, there's no change at the top in places, but Chinner and Rams have lost some of their game advantage, while there's only 5 points now between 9th and 15th.
2022 has treated Wharfedale and Bourneville very differently so far, but would that change at the Avenue?
You would not have been surprised to see Bourneville, unbeaten in January, try to pounce immediately at the start, having scored after 16 seconds against Rotherham Titans. But it was Wharfedale who jumped out the blocks, Rhian Hamilton needing just 25 seconds to score. A green machine charged through the visitors with 2 tries in 3 minutes, Matt Beasley powering over before Brad Viner found the line. Bourneville finally put points on the board after 30 minutes, Edward Drake Lee running through. But they would be left melting like Cadbury's chocolate from Tom Davidson. Mitch McGahan and Callum Thompson gave the travelling fans something to cheer on the way home, but ended up green with envy at Wharfedale's win.
Here's the rest of the action from National 2 North, including some big scores for the top 5.
From top to bottom, leaders Hull actually found themselves behind by 1 point as Chester kicker Liam Reeve was on the money in a solid first half. But the power of the visitors' pack eventually overawed the Hare Lane side, scoring 4 second-half tries, including a brace for Mike Adlard. It was much more comfortable for second-placed Sedgley Park as Matt Gallagher scored 4 tries, taking his tally to 23 for the season. 8 tries crossed the line against Sheffield Tigers, with Jake Tansey's late brace ensuring the Steel City side could make no response. Fylde made sure they didn't miss out on the scoring action, securing a bonus point 8 minutes after the restart through Ben Turner. While the wait for the first home win since September continues, it marks a big improvement for Harrogate since their 12-try loss at Woodlands. Rotherham Titans secured their 5 points with a brutal 9-try hammering of Blaydon, which saw Connor Field grab a brace. While Alex Charlton gave the North East side a sole score, 6 tries came from the Clifton Lane side's pack. Back in Newcastle, Stourbridge were not to be outdone, as 6 of their 8 tries came before half-time, Hal Riley scoring 2 of them. It did see Neil Mitchell's side take their foot off the pedal for the second 40, but they cruised to a half a century of points, while Ross Cook gave Tyndale a scoring bonus. There was a fast start and sniffs of an upset at Lockwood Park when Huddersfield earned a penalty. It was soon extinguished by Hull Ionians though, smashing 5 tries past the Yorkshire side with a combination of pack power late on and Silky Back's hands. And fans were on the edge of their seats at the Crumb as Luctonians went into the break 11 points clear thanks to Sam Jones. Back-to-back wins were just 12 minutes away, but Loughborough students had a secret weapon in Mick Sharing, powering through the defence for an incredible winner. 58 tries in one day. This race for the top is certainly heating up. To read about all the tries, grab a copy of the Rugby paper. With the top 6 all getting bonus point wins, there's no changes. Chester are also looking over their shoulders as 4 teams are just 1 point away.
Let's finish in National 2 South as fellow promotion chasers Esher faced a tough clash at Molesey Road.
Sharing 4 tries in the first half, Esher had struggled to shake Leicester Lions off, and the Midland side found themselves ahead on the hour through Alex Wilkinson. But the tug of war would be won by the home side, Adam Bullitt leading from the front as Sam Morley's brace of penalties edged them to victory. On the toe of the country, Red Ruth looked set for a tough afternoon as Hinckley's Rory Vowles grabbed points in consecutive games, this time with a try. But Nigel Hamley's boys muscled their opponents out in the second half, Alex O'Meara running the show at the Rec with a late brace. There was a party atmosphere at the Rugby Park as Worthing put 5 tries past Old Albanian, Jack Lake celebrating his 120th appearance in the best way here. Old Albanian could not cope with the hosts' expansive play, allowing Harlequins Academy star Cassius Cleves to grab a brace for the bonus point. And some beautiful rugby was played on the island by Guernsey, sweeping through Barnstable as Callum Roberts finished this move. The 15th place side did pitch camp on their fellow promoted team's try line at times, Gavin Mitchell grabbing their 3rd try. At the Marine Travel Ground, Rochford 100 looked on for a repeat of September's win over Canterbury when Mac Dway put them ahead 5 minutes from the break. It would be the Kent side's day though, as they crashed 5 more tries over the line, Aidan Moss grabbing 2 of them in stunning style. On the other side of the Thames estuary, Westcliffe's wait appeared on course to end when Greg Bannister scored just after 8 minutes. But a sin bin soon after derailed their defence, allowing Barnes to score 7 unanswered tries as they enjoyed 2 10-minute spells of scoring. And a shootout unfolded at Haverden. Dings Crusaders' Tom Price kicked this penalty with 10 minutes to go, giving them a 2-point lead from 1 converted try and 3 other spot kicks. But Bury St Edmunds, with 2 tries and 1 penalty, would have the final say in the final minute as Charlie Reid stepped up to kick for a 1-point win in a thrilling encounter. It was certainly a good day to be a home fan. 6 of the 7 games were won by the hosting side as they scored 34 of the 54 tries. While Clifton did win again, their missed bonus points mean Esher are back level with 2 games in hand. There are no changes at the bottom.
And just before we go, here are some things you may have missed from round 18. National League rugby stars popped up at the Spain Sevens this weekend. Jamaica's team featured Rodri Adamson of Esher appearing in their games against Spain, USA and Argentina, while Clifton could also celebrate another try scorer as Blake Borland scored to secure England's place in the semi-finals. It's also time once again to shine some light on super defending. Hull Ionians' Jack Townsend was stopped on a searing run by Huddersfield's Tom Hodson. Sale FC's Tom Walsh traded kicking for tackling to stop Plymouth Albion's Herbie Stupple. And round 18's player of the week goes to Guernsey, whose move from one end of the pitch to the other, finished by Callum Roberts, was the cherry on top of their Barnstaple win. Well, that's it for another weekend as Clifton cruise to a colossal 9th win in a row. Can anyone stop them? Join us next week to find out.